I chose to become a nurse because one of my good friends convinced me to go into nursing. What happened is that I had just graduated from business administration from Northern College here in Kapuskasing, but couldn't find any employment in that field. So she had just came back in Kapuskasing to work as a nurse, and she told me that the hospital was actually hiring some nurses, and there was a shortage of nurses at the time. So if I was going to go back to school, I wanted to make sure that I would go into a career where the employment rate would be high, that I would have good job security, and of course, a good salary. So that's why I chose nursing. I completed my program in Kirkland Lake because at the time it was the closest college that was offering the program. It took me 2.5 years because it was an accelerated program, and I was fortunate enough to have the half year done here in Kapuskasing because I could do my clinical placement at the hospital. And I was hired the minute I graduated from my program at a full-time nurse at St. Bernard Hospital. For me, the main reason I decided to stay in Northern Ontario was for family support, because I would have never been able to accomplish what I have done now if it would have been for family support. Another reason also is working in a smaller hospital has its big advantage, the fact that it's so much diversity in what you can achieve. There's a different advantage, much more opportunities that you have working in a small hospital compared to a bigger center. And also I find the lifestyle is so much freedom. It's like you have the nature in your own backyard. You have short commute. Some of us even walk to work. For the main skill for a nurse, which is crucial, I would say would be people skills. Because you have to think that as nurses, we are caring for different people of different culture, different age group, different background. So communication with those people are crucial. So you need to be able to establish a rapport with them. If you can establish a good rapport, and if they can have trust in you, you won't be able to care for them. So that's one of the main skills I guess you need to have for a nurse. You also need to have good communication and be a good listener, because you not only listen to words, but you have to listen to their cues, nonverbal behavior and stuff like that to be in order to help them too. I find that critical thinking is an essential part of nursing also. Each day nurses has to make some difficult choices, and those choices are a life and death situation. So critical thinking is essential also. You also need, I find, to be responsible and committed to your profession, because medical and healthcare system is forever changing. So you have to be up to date with the new standards, new guidelines and technology in order to give the best possible care to your patient and clients. I would say the most important thing that I enjoy is gratification, satisfaction when you do help somebody, a family or a client, when they thank you for the care you've provided them. It's the most gratification that you can have as a nurse. I find that nursing is also a very challenging and a profession, and it permits you to diversify. There's so much opportunity out there. It's not just a hospital setting, it could be the school, could be a business, it could be the industry. You can go all over the world with your profession, so it's endless. For someone that is considering going into nursing, I would say if you're a person that has strength, stamina, and you're like challenges, then you should go for nursing. If you're someone that likes to care for people, then you should go for nursing. If you're one that it's important for you to be able to financially be independent, be able to support your family, then you should go for nursing because it's a great career. And if you want a guaranteed employment, you should go for nursing because it's in huge demand and it's just the beginning. The one thing too is that technology will never be able to replace healthcare. It'll never be able to replace a nurse caring for a patient. So nursing is always going to be in demand.
Dallaire.